Okay, hello, welcome, podcast, intro. This is the Trans Culture Club, episode 10?
Did we make it to 10? I like that.
Wait. Wasn't it 11? Didn't you say 11 earlier? Wait, something like that,
No,
right?
this should be episode 11, but we did an oopsie last week.
Oh,
and there's no podcast.
that's fine.
So
We
this
skipped
would be
it.
episode 10. Yeah.
Whoops.
So we're
Or we could do like an iPhone 9, Windows 9, and just skip episode 10 and go straight to 11. and then we could like pretend, we could like add that to the lore that we've been talking about, like adding to for ages.
Yeah,
About like the lost episode 10.
what happens
Exactly.
to episode 10?
Should we just do that on the fly?
Yes,
That'd be really funny.
absolutely.
Or that might actually, yes, let's commit to it, even though it could like fuck up the algorithms on YouTube playlisting and shit.
They'd be like,
Oh my god, because
These
that's gonna
idiots
fuck
are
with
drunk.
people so much. That's gonna fuck with people so much when they like search for like episode 10 and it's not there. I love it.
We need to keep. We need to in the future keep.
okay,
we need,
so-
in the future, we need to keep referencing like, oh, this would happen in episode 10, right? Right?
No, we don't talk about what happens on episode 10.
Oh, okay, that's good.
We don't talk about, like, we say that a lot. Like, no, we don't talk about what happened on episode 10.
it
It's
was
forbidden.
alright.
It
It's
was
forbidden
just,
in 48 states, what we talked about on that episode.
we're banned. We got in trouble.
So we're going to do that unless we talk about it and we decide that it's a really bad idea later. But, okay, so welcome to episode 11 of the Transculture Club. I am extremely sleep deprived, so, you know, hosting.
It means a lot.
And we have like 10 topics today.
We
We're gonna
do.
like a bunch of like really ADD mini topics.
We're just going to bounce around. We're going to be in there, all up in your business.
Yeah, which is it's on my wavelength right now as a really like sleep deprived ADD person. So okay. Business. Let's do the business.
Business.
So technically, I think if this is episode 11, then next week. Oh, I don't know. The book club soon. Time of Eve.
It is like, if this is
time
episode
of Eve,
11,
it's
it's next
on-
week.
It's on. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? What a mystery. It's on Crunchyroll. Go watch it. It's good, apparently. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, book club coming soon. Time of Eve, Crunchyroll.
No.
Okay, this is really bad, guys.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I think all of us are gonna watch it like on Saturday anyway. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, right?
Yeah,
Right.
probably. Yeah. But okay, so topics. Shit. Should we talk about the least important one first?
Let's do that.
Yes.
Or the most important one first?
Least
We'll
important
we'll
first.
build up.
Let's keep the
We'll
let's
kind
keep the
of-
best for last. Let's
Yeah.
keep the best
Okay.
for last.
Okay.
I have no idea what the
So-
best is, to be honest.
I'd have to figure that one out. So the least important thing that happened this week is some ginger twat married a really cool American girl. And apparently some people care, but I couldn't find any to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
So you just get all these assholes who are just sick of hearing about it now.
Yeah, so like a royal wedding happened, and I thought it would be really funny if we talked about it, considering literally none of us give a shit.
I was like losing my mind progressively because I can hear the TV in my house pretty easily from my room. And they're just
Yeah.
like, how to get Meghan Markle's makeup look. What's she going to wear? Why isn't her dad going to be here? Here's how
so
they met.
pretty.
5 different ways. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we left Britain like 200 years ago. Can we let go now? Just
It's just really weird to me because I live in Germany, and in Germany I didn't know it would happen until like the day it happened, and I randomly saw it on TV.
Yeah, I must admit, I live in the fucking country it happened in. It was like, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And I
don't know.
was like, went out for lunch, and I was like, oh, did you watch the royal wedding? And I was like, oh shit, that happened. was like, okay, I'm pretty proud of the fact that I managed to avoid it.
You know,
It's pretty
I feel like I
unavoidable.
heard a ton about it, like in the build-up, but then yesterday, nothing. Didn't hear anything. I mean, maybe it's because I tried to avoid it, but
Did Germany care about the royal wedding?
What? Sorry?
Anna, did Germany care much about the wedding?
I haven't talked to
I know
anyone. I haven't
America
talked to
cares.
anyone who's really watched it. I saw it like tiny
Was
bits
it
of
like
it
on
on
the
TV.
news? Or...
Oh yeah, it wasn't in news, and it was I think it was broadcasted live in Germany as well. But I don't
Okay.
know anyone who cares about it, and like I didn't hear any build up for it in Germany on TV or anything either. And like as I said, the first time I heard about it was when it came in the news the day of. So
Okay. Yeah, but guys, did you see the way she looked at him though in that clip?
what
I
clip?
didn't actually.
It's like the one thing I care about is there's this like stupidly pure, wholesome clip. And she might not even have been looking at him. She might have just been like looking at like, I don't know, some
Hopefully not another
some
guy.
funny meme. Off in the back.
There's just someone holding a meme back there.
Yeah. But it's just really cute. And I'm like, oh, okay. I care a little bit now. I'll try and find you that clip. It was all over Twitter. Yeah. And there was a pretty cool preacher at the thing. I didn't watch any of it because I didn't care, but I heard it was cool.
Yeah, I
Talked
heard about
it was,
that.
pro LGBT black pastor. Don't know if he was British or American, but he did talk about. Apparently, he talked about the endurance of faith during slavery. Yeah, and quoted Martin Luther King, which hell yeah.
Hell
That's pretty
yeah.
fucking cool. Yeah.
That's something that's some talking points that the fucking monarchy of like the worst, most ruthless colonizing imperialist nation could use.
I like how they just completely just dropped in this bomb of like wokeness into this stodgy British affair.
I mean, the princes are relatively, and I really fucking put some sass into that word, relatively woke. For royals, they are relatively woke.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I mean, that was their mum. That was like, Princess Diana was like huge during the AIDS crisis, like really just breaking down
yeah.
stigmas and stuff.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
I feel like they're definitely to a degree, again, the sass.
I've heard so much.
Keep you on her legacy.
Yeah, sorry, I've heard so much about Princess Diana, but I've never I think she died before I was born. So
I think she died before I was born.
oh, okay,
That's
yeah, she's
not
definitely died before I was born. Then.
Holy shit, what? No, I remember shit, I am the oldest person on this podcast, so I'm like, shit, I remember
Not by
that.
much. I don't know. I don't remember Princess
Wait.
Diana, so I might have been like 4.
Didn't she die like 1997? Right? I think she died the year that I was born.
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
Google this.
97.
What if? Oh,
Yeah, that's a year
Holy
from.
shit.
what
the
date?
fuck?
What date?
August
did Princess-
31st.
Yeah.
Anna, is that your birthday?
No, my birthday is December 17th. Sorry.
Okay, never mind then.
That is
okay.
exactly 2 years later. One day early, I guess. It was my sister's birthday though.
Okay, it's not. It has to be exact.
It has
Yeah.
to be like. Wait, how old was I in 97 then? Jesus Christ, I was almost 10.
Oh,
Fuck.
Yeah, I would have been alive in 97. I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
I
I was
would
born in
have.
93, so I think the chances are good.
Just an educated guess.
Okay, I'm reaching into the hat and pulling another topic out. We're done with that one. I threw it to the ground.
Bye. Bye, Royal Wedding.
Okay. Ferris, tell me about Deadpool.
Oh, God, it was so good. So I went and saw Deadpool last night. I went in the pinkest, frilliest Lolita outfit I
know,
had.
I saw.
I was like, you know what? Pink dress, pink coat, pink blouse, like
Yes.
pink shoes, frilly pink stockings, and like a huge petticoat. So I had to like get one of the recliner seats that they do in the big fancy theaters, and like
You're literally 2 too extra for regular seating.
I am way too extra for regular seating.
That's how you turned up that night.
I just showed up in the pinkest shit. I'm like, Deadpool would be proud of me. This is what he would have wanted.
He would be so proud of you. He would be so proud of you.
And I did it for the first movie too, because I'm like, fuck it. I am going 110% extra. But dude, Deadpool 2 is great.
Yeah. I've heard really good things.
There's lesbians. And like he grabs butts, so they're not really shying away from the pansexual thing either. Like Ryan Reynolds straight up like said in the Honest Movie trailer that Deadpool is a pansexual mercenary with a heart of gold, and I was like, why isn't more people talking about this?
Deadpool is like the definition of the chaos spectrum in D&D, the chaos alignment, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much I would comment on his morality, probably neutral, but I feel like it's an unwritten law of D&D that the further towards chaos your character goes, the gayer they are.
You know what? I support that.
Yeah.
As a fellow disaster gay, I support this. So like,
yeah,
he grabbed butts. You know, he was pretty. Oh, they had a line about "Don't fuck Colossus." Is that his name?
Yeah.
It was
Big
great.
Metal boy.
Big metal boy. Big old Russian metal friend.
Oh, Ferris, can you imagine? You could buff out his titties.
Oh, you could just like put a good shine on them.
Yeah, you could.
They also have Cable shirtless. That was great. Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed that.
Can we talk about Josh Brolin just fucking killing it as two different villains in two different Marvel movies in the same fucking, like, in the same month?
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh. That dude's Marvel paycheck got to be so fucking heavy. Holy shit.
So good. It was so good.
Yeah. And he was fucking great in Infinity War. He was so good. He was, like, probably the best part of the movie.
It was weird because I didn't, like, remember that they were putting Cable into Deadpool 2 just because I wasn't paying attention, even though I fucking love Deadpool. And then he showed up, I'm like, what the fuck? He's back again.
How did you not watch all of the Deadpool 2 trailers and stuff? They were so good.
Did you
see the Bob Ross one?
I didn't see the Bob Ross one. I saw the Celine Dion one. That was fantastic. Okay. And I saw the one where he got really salty about Canada not being in Eurovision.
I haven't seen that one, but I love it.
They had like a whole PSA about how Canada was coming for you. No, it was like a Europe directed like trailer video about how Deadpool's coming for Europe because they didn't let Canada be in Eurovision.
I mean, they're part of the British Commonwealth, so they should be.
He was really mad that Australia got in and Canada wasn't invited.
It's ridiculous that Australia's in Eurovision.
It is.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Have any of you watched that, actually? Did you watch it? Eurovision?
No. We should talk. Okay,
great.
impromptu topic, Eurovision.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either.
I don't like it.
I wanted to watch it, but like I
just got really
Eurovision.
mad about
so
that one
fun.
bitch with the her kimono crossed wrong. That was awful.
Oh no.
I didn't see
what
anything.
A faux pas.
There was, I think she was from Israel, and I didn't see
won
her
though, right?
piece.
Yeah,
she won. But she came on in this like kimono getup with like a bunch of maneki neko in the background and everything, just like. But she had her kimono crossed right over left, which is how the only time people wear it that way is when they're dead.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this bitch.
Oh, maybe it was a statement though. Maybe that was like, maybe that was like layers.
Layers
Like,
of
how many layers are you on right now? Okay, real talk though. Like, we should invite Japan and Korea to Eurovision if we want to. Like, if we really want to turn up the fucking crazy on this thing.
Yes.
I feel like
they would destroy it though. They would fucking ruin Eurovision.
I
don't think anyone wins outside of Japan anymore. Honestly.
Oh no, I think Korea. To be fair, I think Korea would challenge Japan.
Actually, I think
Japan
Korea
would have
wins. Korea wins.
okay, so Korea has like.
with how popular
Yeah, they would
Korean
have like
music
the
is right now.
fucking the raw talent, but Japan would just have the quirk, which I
yeah.
think wins.
I wonder because like there's so many Korean fans of Korean culture now in Europe. Like
Yeah.
like I've seen K-pop on fucking Viva recently. Like fucking Viva.
Was it BTS or was it someone else?
No, it was something else.
Well,
I'm not sure which
BTS
one it was, but
global as fuck.
like it wasn't Viva. And just what? Yeah.
Wow.
Like if yeah, but you're right. It's a vote, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's a
Korea
vote.
would definitely just destroy it. Like holy shit! Can you imagine like the mobilization that would happen in that K-pop audience? That you would get people. You would get people from like America VPNing through like Ukrainian call centers to log votes. You would 100% get that. It would be like DDoSing, but like Eurovision.
I want Korea to be in Eurovision just to see it happen because you know it will.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, if
And then we need
Australia can be in, anyone can at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 international musical acts parachute onto an island. Okay, bear with me. And
I like where this is going.
Is this PUBG?
we call it the Euro Royale,
Ooh.
and everyone gets guns except America.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
We deserve it. We absolutely deserve that.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. That's too hot to touch right now.
Yeah, it's just like, nope.
Yeah. Let's swerve on to. Okay, I'm gonna start crossing off topics. Okay, so we've talked about the wedding. We've talked about Deadpool.
Fuck the wedding. Deadpool's great.
Yo. Okay, so guess who just hit gold 1 in StarCraft? Whoop, whoop.
Congrats.
Yeah, okay. I promise, people who are already tuning out, we're not going to talk about it for too long. So there was an idea, like the Avengers. There was an idea where me and Anna would teach each other how to play games. I was going to teach Anna how to play Counter-Strike, and Anna was going to teach me how to play.
Guess who hasn't opened Counter-Strike in 4 weeks?
Neither of us, because StarCraft's better than Counter-Strike.
Yeah, StarCraft's way better. I love StarCraft so much.
Yeah, so that's what we call cultural assimilation.
Yeah.
You've just been absorbed.
I have been absorbed by StarCraft. Yeah, I played a lot.
I mean, like,
now.
I feel like once you get into StarCraft, like, it's really hard to get out of it.
Oh no! Okay. Watch me.
Just clawing your way out.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! It's really good though. Like
it will happen. I'm sorry.
I mean, it will probably.
I'll get plat before it does.
I'll keep you in. It's okay. I'll keep you in. I'll keep you playing. Yeah. I'll come to Britain if I have to.
I'll probably I will probably bounce back to watch every Scarlet game ever.
I don't think anyone's made that playlist yet, but
well, it needs to.
Yeah.
You should do it. We'll just tack it on to the podcast.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to humble brag about going from a brand new StarCraft 2 player to Gold 1 in less than a month. So, got my level. Okay, crossing that one off. We hit StarCraft. That was fast.
Nice.
That was fast.
Speedrun that one. Okay, so let's hit another really short topic. ASIN's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's the last day.
That's why we're so few people here.
Yeah, and why there was no podcast last week.
Exactly.
Let's...
just cons.
That's definitely the reason why there was
everywhere.
no podcast last week. That's not a lie. Yeah, so Lachlan and Zaria, ASIN. I mean, I've seen some of the pictures, I've seen some of the tweets, so they're up to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll be more than happy to share all the details when they're back next week. There.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week is Fanime, which I'll be heading out to.
Oh, cool. Do you have a cosplay?
I do. I'm going to be Hokusai from Fate Grand Order. So if you saw any tweets with this strange vase-shaped thing on a stick, it's going to be a giant paintbrush eventually. So yeah,
I'm just googling this character now.
con season is coming.
Oh, she's cute.
She's super
you're gonna
cute.
you're gonna get up to so much mischief with that fucking paintbrush, aren't you?
Yes. She like runs around and like smacks people with it and drags it around the stage. So I'm just so excited. I just want a giant paintbrush. Gonna load it into the back of my car and drive all the way to Northern California.
Nice.
Wave it around like a crazy person.
Okay, cool. So if you want to see cute ASM pictures of Lachlan and Zaria, just go on like either of their Twitters, I guess. And brace yourselves for. I'm just assuming it's going to be a very enthusiastic discussion next week.
Yay!
It's difficult to contain those two, but why would you want to?
They're so fantastic. I can't wait to hear them.
Okay, cool. So there's another one.
Boom! Running down the list.
We are. Well, I've left the juicier topics for last, so we're not going to burn out too quickly. Okay. Ooh, let's do a little bit of grump. Let's get some grump out of the way, guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so some relatively big queer news this week is Disney. I mean, was it Disney? I think it was a writer.
It was a writer from the movie.
Yeah, from the Solo Star Wars movie, so the Han Solo side movie. Basically just being like, I think it was like basically a tweet, just being like, Lando Calrissian is pansexual. And there was a resounding, is he though?
If he doesn't grab a butt or like try to get some with Han, doesn't count.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like at the very minimum, he needs to flirt with Han.
Please.
Because like how I mean, it's okay. Like, how could you? I mean, that's Han Solo's character, is the fact that he's this charming rogue that everyone swoons for, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna put apparently a queer dude on a spaceship with this guy for months at an end, and then it's completely platonic. Yeah, no way.
And like,
no way.
You're in a universe where there are so many different shapes and sexy things, I'm assuming, that like something's gotta happen. But no,
this
is apparently a rarity that he's the only dude on this spaceship that would bang any gender. Don't believe it.
It's true. Yeah. Because like I think Star Wars, more than like any other sci-fi series, it's like, yeah, everyone's gonna be queer as shit in this universe just because everything's so grimy and like I really like the Star Wars aesthetic, but like it needs to be way queerer than it is, let's be real.
You have so many different types of sexy aliens that like,
I know.
How do you not? And like, how is there not more like gender variation in all these aliens? Like, if you see something that looks like a sexy human lady, who's to say that their gender corresponds to sexy human lady?
Yeah.
I think the new movies have been okay-ish with that stuff. Like the big-eyed alien, old granny from.
Oh yeah,
Force
the one that
Awakens.
was Lupita Nyong'o, right?
Oh, was she?
I think so.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that was who portrayed her.
Yeah, that was her, I think. But anyway,
Yeah.
she was cool.
She was cool. I'm probably not going to see this movie, to be perfectly honest. I really don't think I could care less. And that's with Donald Glover in like a lead role. I watched I think they announced that Lando is getting his own movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm like, I can roll with that.
Yeah, so I'll probably watch this one on Netflix and then maybe go see that in the cinema if it reviews well. But yeah, let's. Okay, we're getting a bit off topic.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched the Star Wars in like 2 years or something. I don't really.
I liked her.
No, I haven't even heard about this news, to be honest. I hadn't heard about this until now, at all.
Oh, it was on Twitter a lot.
Oh yeah, I've not been on Twitter that much this week, honestly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Other than posting about Bish.
that's all I do these days.
Yeah, Rogue One I really liked. Last Jedi was also really fun.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
think Rogue One's the best.
I was considering watching Rogue One when it was in the theaters in Japan, but I kind of missed it completely. Like I was
It's a
considering.
really good standalone.
Yeah, I was considering watching it, but like always put it off and just eventually didn't care enough. So maybe I'll eventually watch it. It's one of those movies where I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get to it eventually. Like Deadpool's actually similar for me, where I just kind of don't care enough about it to go out of my way to watch it. But
Yeah.
like maybe I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah. So this whole like this is what I guess is starting to be referred to as like J.K. Rowling representation.
Yup.
Where
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations having a problematic queer trope named after you.
You have to
Yeah.
be that much of a twat.
I mean,
am so
at the
out of
very
patience.
least, Lando is going to appear more in more different movies, right? Like if there's going to be a movie about him and whatnot, they have a chance with that still.
I mean, they have a
Right.
chance with this one.
I mean, they do.
Like,
That's
it would be so weird.
If that's if
Yeah.
it comes up in this one, I'd be really happy to just kind of look over that.
Yeah.
The original didn't really do it, and they like kind of thought of it in the afterwards. But like if
Yeah,
it
I
happens,
think
I'm
it's,
down for it.
I think the reason why people are so annoyed is because it's kind of a foregone conclusion that it won't, because like I think there's been like 2 separate MCU characters who were supposed to be explicitly queer and then Disney squashed it.
Okay.
Like Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok there's more.
I haven't heard about this at all.
I'll be able to find it if I fish through my Twitter.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess I'll keep my hopes up, but I'm not really. Like
Yeah, I
if
think
that doesn't happen, then this is obviously gigantic. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah,
do
it's
this?
just like, hey, they're gay, but not gay enough to offend the homophobes. Like,
yeah.
come on. I just want to see like Lando put the moves on Han. It would be great. I want it so much. Why won't you
I
let
want
me
to
have
see-
this? Like I would go bug shit if they
Yeah.
did, but they won't. They won't.
I want to see Lando Calrissian just doing the "This Is America" dance up on Han Solo,
Yeah, please. Oh, please.
just grinding.
Just going for it. Why? And I
Yeah,
want to
going
see.
in.
I want to see Poe and Finn kiss. I just want everyone in Star Wars to be gay. Luke is gay. Luke was like the original space, like disaster twink.
Well, that's that. I mean, what's his name? Mark Hamilton's like tweeted about that several times. Like people have tweeted about him, like, asking if Luke Skywalker is gay, and his response is just like, Luke Skywalker is whatever you need him to be.
Yes. Disaster twink. Here he comes. Thanks, Mark Hamill.
But I think I talked about it already. I'm too tired to remember. But Charlie Day's character in the new I'm like 90%
Pacific
sure I
Rim.
mentioned this already.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, did you see the interview where he's like, he was talking about how the interpretation of him being in love with whatever the other dude is called completely informed his acting of the role.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, good
is
on
so
you,
cool.
Charlie Day. I wish they could have kissed too, but you know what? I'll take it.
You know, that to me is just like Charlie Day just like calling them out like, yeah, well, fuck you. I told the media that this character's gay now, so
Yeah, he was like, we could have had it all. We could have
guess
had
he's
it all.
gonna get tons of shit when the sequel comes out and you try and make it hat.
That's what I have to say to that. I actually didn't see the new Pacific Rim. I didn't hear a ton about it, but I mean,
It got fairly mediocre scores, like not terrible, but like not enough that I was gonna see it in the cinema.
fair,
Wait, is this-
fair.
is this about-
Go on.
Yeah, is this about a second movie already, or is it?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Uprising.
Oh, I didn't even know that was out already.
Yeah, that's out. That was out when I was in New York. There was like in Times Square there was so many billboards for
Okay.
Uprising.
As you see, I'm really keeping up with movies
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Wow. Whoops.
I mean, if I'll be honest, if Idris Elba was still in it, I'd probably already gone to see it in the cinemas. But sadly, he
I
did.
know.
Aw,
He's so beautiful.
my man.
I just want to
He
see his
is.
perfect jawline all the time.
I'm gonna link you some Idris Elba pics right now because it makes me excited.
He's just a beautiful human being.
He needs to be James Bond.
Oh my God,
I will
yes.
die on this hill. I will die on that hill.
He was made for this role. He is beautiful and charming and British. Like, what is not perfect about Idris Elba being James Bond? Holy shit.
Ferris.
Yeah.
Look at the image I've just put in recording.
God, he's taking his shirt off. He's so beautiful. Ah!
You know he's a DJ?
Really?
He's a London DJ. Yeah. Oh my God, what's his DJ name? He's got a DJ name. Hang on.
Holy shit.
Let me find it.
So you can like go to a club and watch the most beautiful man in the world like spin some sick tunes. What the
What's his
fuck?
DJ name? I know he's got a DJ name. Hang on. Big Driss, DJ Big Driss, Big Driss to London a 7 dub.
Holy
It's
shit!
just DJ Big Driss. DJ Driss, yeah, Big Driss. Cool.
Now I'm just gonna. Okay, so I've been thinking about like, what if I go to Europe to see haunted things, and I'm like, no, what if I go to Europe to stalk Idris Elba and watch him do a DJ gig? Oh.
I've got pictures of Idris Elba DJ. Okay, I need to get this back on. I'm a host. I'm slapping myself in the face.
We're just like we're kind of like
not
doing
doing that.
this serpentine motion through all our topics, but it's really fun.
Yeah. Okay, should we talk about the big topic?
The big one?
Yeah, so all we've got written down for this is idols, and I think we're just going to fucking meander from there. Because there's like okay, so there's like two things, right?
Yeah.
I guess we just let Anna off the leash with Bish. Like, we can't contain that for much longer.
I really want
Do
to
it,
let you
do
talk
it,
about
do it,
to be
do it.
honest.
Yeah, and then we have to talk about Maki Sally.
Yes.
I mean, actually, they kind of work together because they're both very unusual kind of idols in ways.
I guess.
I mean, Bish much less so than Amaki Sally. Amaki
Yeah, I would
Sally
say
is
much less
is
so.
very much a unicum. But
Yeah, Maki Sally is making me give a shit about idols, which is unprecedented.
yes. But yeah, I mean, I've been really getting into Bish
Bish-
these past 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
Sure.
Like, I mean, if you
So-
follow me on
so
Twitter, this
just-
is like all you see anyway. So
So go on, talk about Bish. Who is Bish? What did she do? Why is she a Bish?
so Bish is a Japanese quote unquote punk idol group. They're really not very punk at all.
No,
In all honesty.
they're way too establishment to be punk.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Can we please not just like forget
It's-
what that word means?
It's like they're the least punk thing ever. So, but they're really good.
I mean, I throw the exact same shade at like a lot of the quote unquote like pop punk bands of
yeah, absolutely.
2000s. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like punk is something very, very different. But I mean, for idols, they make some relatively unconventional music with with a bunch of screams from time to time. Not always though. Like a lot of their stuff is just relatively catchy. And the music is pretty okay, but mainly you're there for, I guess, the personalities as it is with most idols. And you're there for Aina, who is one of the members and is ridiculously talented in like every single way. Like she does a lot of the choreographies for Bish and a lot of the sister groups. She does like
Okay, so that's who I need to blame.
I mean, to be fair, she
actually.
actually is a professional dancer. She did like a lot of background dancing for several artists. She did like and like her voice is ridiculously good. Like she's ridiculously good singer.
She
like-
is good at singing.
Yeah, I think she's really good at dancing. Actually, like there's a bunch of gigs.
She might be good at dancing, but the choreography is.
They're
That's like
very-
the one
some-
thing. The two
some of
things
them
I
are
always
very
say when
odd.
you link me a Bish video is, what is this edgy shit? And oh my god, that dance is terrible.
Ooh. Now
I
I'm
actually
kind
quite
of interested.
Yeah. Oh, I
really
think
good.
you'd like them a lot.
Yeah.
I think you'd like them a lot. They're very extra.
They're,
So I
they're
just
very
really
I
good.
like-
just googled Aina Bish and I see this like beautiful girl with like this huge hat and like dark red eyeshadow, and I'm like, oh, I'm in love already.
Right.
Yeah,
They're very edgy.
I think you need to watch the Mondo Grosso thing she did. Like she collabed with
You linked me that.
Yeah, with a songwriter called Mondo Grosso really recently, and it's so good. And the video's really fucking good as well. But yeah,
they are so. I've watched like 6 or 7 of these songs, and Anna keeps linking me them. I feel fairly confident saying they're like the Evanescence of idol music.
I wouldn't say they're the Evanescence. there's way worse stuff than that, but
that's a compliment.
I mean, Evanescence is good.
That is a compliment.
I wouldn't quite say it's that way. They're not quite edgy enough for Evanescence, I think.
To be fair, I don't think they are edgy enough. I think Evanescence is quite near the pinnacle of edgy.
Yeah, but they're pretty edgy a lot of the time.
There's something else, that's for sure.
But they're also
that video where they shoot everyone.
It's so good, right?
It's like high school like theater like kids is like that. That's the kind of music they would make, or music video they would make for sure.
Who? Sorry.
Where it's like they're clearly trying to be like deep, but it's too much. It's just way too much.
I'm pretty sure it's just really self-aware. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty sure it's just really self-aware.
I just love all these like promo photos of them just flipping the bird at everyone and anyone because they don't give a shit, and they're edgy like that.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's so like early 2000s pop punk.
They're really popular in Japan right now, though. Like they're getting very popular right now. Yeah, they've pulled a bunch of really big venues already. Like I think the biggest one is like 7,000 guests in one concert. Like they're really getting really quite big, and it's really cool to see. Because like the thing about Bish is that they're all actually, despite being so edgy, the members are super sincere, and like they all feel really human, which is rare for idols. Like they like, for example, there's this one live concert where everyone gets just like one part where everyone gets to talk about something, and like there's a bunch of really heavy stuff in there as well, like talking about their past and like how like introvert, like how they came to Bishka and changed themselves, which I'm not sure how cliche that is for idols, honestly, because I just don't know enough about idols. But it's the thing that gets me about them is just how sincere a lot of their work is, and how sincere like they are as personalities.
I think I would apply the same rule of thumb that I do to Western music. Is it's like if they're under a label, they're a product.
I mean, yes, of course, but I don't think being a product necessarily means it's not sincere. I think that...
I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to, but the thing is you'll never know for sure.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think I necessarily need to know, right? Do I need to?
No, I don't think you do. If you, like that's, yeah, absolutely. That is, I think that's a huge part of music.
It's not like
everyone knows wrestling is fake. It doesn't stop people enjoying it.
Exactly. I mean, it's what I do here as well, technically, in a way. Like I'm not like.
You don't give a shit about podcasting, really.
Exactly. No. I mean, you get what I mean, right? Like.
I guess kind of.
Like putting on an image
putting on like a person.
Like sure. Obviously, like the personalities they act as is an image. It always is, and it is in just about every medium. Medium.
Yeah, I think
it's also
the
kind
part
of like,
of music.
Oh, in a way, it's like if the sincerity is marketable, you're gonna let the person like off the leash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's true, but again, it's like. I just don't trust like labels. I just don't trust them. Like you I don't know. I just think back to like just Western boy bands and just how like
how
even
they were
like
all gay but forced into the closet because of our early 2000s delicate sensibilities.
Early 2000s. That's like half of One Direction's closeted.
Oh shit. I forgot that like One Direction is still a thing.
Not anymore. But
they're not anymore.
I don't know. The only music that I kind of like don't go into with like big suspicion is like just really indie stuff.
I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
And then they are too sincere for their own good. Like those guys are way too pretentious. There's no middle ground in this.
So basically, no one can win with you.
Yeah, no one can win. That's why. That's why I think. I think I have the perspective I have is like, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm saying this, but it doesn't matter. Just enjoy it.
It's just like as personalities, they're really fun to follow, and I've been really enjoying them.
Yeah.
It's like seeing some of them
that
grow
is idol. That is idol stuff,
fun.
and like even K-pop stuff as well. It's like they really just work that fucking like the social media and like the interview stuff. Like they make like the band into content. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's how it works, really. How idols work generally.
So let's talk about the best content, though.
The best idol content.
Best idol content on the market. You don't even have to fucking listen to any music. Just go to twitter.com/Amaki Sally. I don't know.
I'm so happy they let her off the leash again. She's loose. We love her.
Yes. She's so good.
She like that is a thing. I feel like that is like honestly Twitter. It almost feels like she's running my timeline right now. It really does. Like Twitter, just like okay, what's happening right now? Royal wedding, we don't care about that. You know, like all of this stuff, we don't care about that. And Amaki Sally's tweeting, and that's important.
Yeah.
So that's all you're gonna see on your timeline now.
Wait. So
her tweets because she tweets a lot.
What's the whole? Let's lay out the whole kind of tale of Amaki Sally and who she is and why she's the queen of Twitter.
All right. Should I? Or
yeah.
I mean, I'm certainly not the expert here.
Okay.
I'm vaguely aware of like the journey.
Yeah, Amaki Sally is an American-born, American-Japan. Well, not American-born. She's an American-Japanese person that was born and raised in LA, I think. And she went to Japan to become a voice actor. And joined this voice actor idol group called 22/7. 22/7, I think is what it's called. What it's called in English. And basically people found out during one of her showroom streams that she speaks English, and she's basically the queen of memes.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was
a while
that was
ago.
like half a year ago, I think. Now,
I mean, of course she was. She grew up in America during the Vine phenomenon.
I mean,
every kid her age is just internet like brainwashed, like in actually kind of a good way.
Yeah, and
you know,
now she has a Twitter since like 2 days ago, and it's brilliant.
And she's already come out. Can we talk about that?
What? I didn't.
Ferris, did you see that tweet?
No.
She was.
Okay, I'll find it.
She had actually like talked about it. Like she jokes about it a lot. She did it before as well. Like
I don't think it was pretty explicit.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if I'd call that a joke, but
I mean, she's like talked about like how Japan doesn't accept her gayness like as a joke. I'm not sure how serious that was at the time, but like she's talked about this a bunch already, and it's so good.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a tweet from Amaki Sally. So replying to someone, I can't even be bothered explaining the context of this, but there's context. Just say that. She says, "I removed the Mister out of my life a long time ago. I'm more of a Mrs. kind of girl." Rainbow flag emoji.
Wow! Yeah! Go to Amaki Sally!
Yeah. Like, that would be if that was like just a joke. There's no way. She's clearly too. First off, she's too like fluent in English. Secondly, she's too internet savvy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way that isn't exactly what it is. That's a statement to me.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like, no, I like girls. The end.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it, certainly, yeah.
I really don't know how you would have to bend into a pretzel to read that from another angle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You would have to fucking do some gymnastics.
The only thing I could ever think of is like if she meant it as some weird kind of joke. But even that is like relatively...
Yeah,
that is
a
mind
weird kind of
gymnastics
joke
already.
with the pride flag.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just like rainbows. Yeah. Which I mean, Japan's still at a point where that's brave, right? Putting that shit on Twitter.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's as a personality, definitely. Outside of that, it's probably still brave. Yeah.
I mean, Utada Hikaru is like the most powerful pop person in Japan, as far as I'm aware, and even she was very like cagey about talking about her preferences and sexuality. Like someone asked her, and she was like, "Who says I'm straight?" ? And left it at that. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know this. Ooh.
Yeah, she said something like, "Who says I'm straight?" winky face. And it was like, on one hand, I'm like, okay, I understand that, like, you know, you don't want to be out or you don't want to be explicit. But I'm also just like, bitch, do it. If you're going to be this way, do it.
I mean, you kind of do get to go down in history, right? Even if it does fucking really throw your career through a loop,
right?
You do get to be the trailblazer, which I think really matters. Like, holy shit! I mean, look at someone like Hayley Kiyoko, right?
Ah, I love her.
She's great.
She's like one of the first super explicit lesbian pop stars, and like a genuine pop star as well, right? And like, sure, for a while now, we've had really like influential homosexual like male voices in music, like going back to like even Elton John and Freddie Mercury and like even like David Bowie really pushed the fucking the norm, you know.
The queer flamboyant angle.
And I do actually have to kind of, like, that's one thing I guess I am kind of proud of about my country's music scene, is we really fostered that in like the 80s and 70s.
Oh yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
Like I don't think society-wise maybe there was obviously some pushback, but like the scene itself, like there was a lot of queerness in British pop music back then, or British music I should say. I mean, shit, our name's a fucking reference to to Boy George.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I think, maybe 5 on my multi-bullet point list of how many layers Transculture Club works on. There was a lot. I had a PowerPoint presentation, and one of them was definitely referencing Boy George. Yeah, so but yeah, like on the flip side, there's just nowhere near as many. I mean, I don't know how many I could even name, other than like the ones popping up like fucking whack-a-moles at the minute. God, that's something else we could talk about. The Rita Ora track.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, we could do that.
Which I guess we just did. There was a Rita Ora track that was very questionable. Which is like, I just feel like it's hitching such a free ride off the back of Hayley Kiyoko. Like, holy shit. Like,
it's like trying to be Hayley Kiyoko and Katy Perry all at once, and it just comes out 110% Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
which
that
I think
noise.
we're at a point now where Katy Perry's like, I kissed a girl and my boyfriend thought it was hot. Is like not where we're at with femme queer pop music anymore.
Gotta level that shit up now. Thanks, Hayley Kiyoko.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean, like I say, like we're like, Hayley Kiyoko is breaking the ground in that space in Western music in 2018. So, you know, in a way, anyone in Japan would be way ahead of the game, considering, you know, just Japan is not as far along with queer stuff as America and a lot of the West. So, but then again, obviously, it would hit your career like a fucking sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's like, I want people to do this, but I understand that if you don't have all the money of God, then you're basically just dropping a nuke on yourself, which is unfortunate.
But God, I'll tell you this much: a generation of queer kids will remember your name. Hayley Kiyoko is going to be a fucking name in queer spaces for decades now.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee
she's
that.
gonna just
I
be like,
guarantee that.
yes, queen for a million years, and I'm here for that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there was some queerness in that in the Bish video, right?
Oh yeah,
that was one
absolutely.
of the things you linked me.
Yeah, there's like one
girls kissing.
There's one video that is basically about a lesbian couple in high school. That's like one song they wrote, and they have they do kiss in like the members do kiss in one of their videos as well. So like that song is very much about like doing the things you want to do and like saying the things you want to say, and then they kiss in that video. It's like, oh, is this a statement?
The girls you want to do.
Is this a statement?
I hope it's a statement.
Yeah, everything's a statement.
I mean, that just sold me on Bish right there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go watch that after we're done recording.
Like, it's the duality of Bish. Either you're getting, like, a high school performance of Kill Bill, or a bunch of idols dancing in a airfield on a plane, or some good queer shit.
Yes.
That's the duality of Bish.
They're really good. I love them. I mean, they're like all I've been listening to recently, so.
I mean, I guess we could talk about idols in a broader sense, because I actually kind of want to say that I think I'm more positive on idols right now than I have been in a while.
Yeah, I've realized actually, like ever since I started talking to you about Bish, it's been a lot more so, right?
I was always open-minded. Like that's.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Yeah,
it's been hard for me because I have been critical of idol stuff in the past, and it's not been exactly welcomed with open ears. Let's say.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like this is a tale as old as time. If you've been around.
I think the big thing that's always informed my idea of idols is almost like it's the fact that I am who I am. I see it very differently, I think, from a lot of idol fans in terms of like the ways that I like idols. I could see it being different from other idol fans because like I am ace. I am non-binary. I don't quite see it with the same eyes, I guess, as a lot of the stereotypical idol fan in Japan, or like even in the West, I guess.
I think like even in the West, and I mean, I think for me, my opinion on idols has been really heavily informed by the fact that basically since Idol, like Love Live came out as a game here, and even a little bit before that, like all the Idol fans I knew were just queer as hell. So everything I was surrounded by was just, people actually legitimately excited for these girls who are doing, show business
and that's
stuff.
that's a really interesting point because I think I'm the exact flip side. When my first introduction to like the idol fandom in the West was basically all just dudes being kind of creepy.
Oh yeah, that would absolutely color any opinion because
I think what also like really informed me in terms of like really informs my opinion, I guess is probably more accurate to say, was the fact that I've been a big fan of like Goose House for years now, and Goose House aren't exactly idols. They're not idols.
They're not idols in the
way that I enjoy.
They're like a cappella, right?
They're a cover band. That's it. They're a cover band and like a pop group. That's it. But the thing is that the way I've enjoyed Goose House and the way a lot of people have enjoyed Goose House is very similar to idols. Minus a lot of the label-induced like. Well, they're also part of a label, but they're much older, of course, than usual idols, and they're also like they're very far removed from the usual idol space, I guess. That's always what I've been thinking about for Goose House, because Goose House is also a lot about personality and about what the people are like, and there's like you'll find people talking about how cute a certain member is under every single video of theirs. So. Like, the way that people enjoy Goose House is very different, but it's very far removed from the usual idol space of, like, high school and, like, being very young and, like, not discerning age or something.
That stuff just grates on me no matter what it is, whether it's anime or it's idols. It's like, I struggle with that whole aesthetic, to be perfectly honest.
I absolutely agree with that.
It's hard because it is so niche to Japan. Like, there really isn't that high school fixation equivalent in the West. I mean, yeah, it exists to a degree, but it's niche in the West, right?
It's a little niche, but I mean, I think, I feel like in the West, we want sexy, which is why you get like 20 and 30-year-olds playing high schoolers in a lot of our media. Whereas it feels like in Japan, there's like this idolization of purity and innocence in a way, and it speaks to a lot of like kind of the really gross possessiveness of men. That's just been kind of milked by like the high school aesthetics in anime in Japan and the idol looks and stuff. And I totally see why people are just like, no, because that is legitimately a little not okay.
Because it's the surface. I feel like it is kind of the surface layer. Like, you kind of have to you have to peel that back to look at the positives of the idol scene. Where I feel like, I don't know, I recognize that it's hard for me as a Westerner to make a unbiased like comparison, because I'm obviously going to be far more familiar with Western stuff, and the Western problems are going to be far harder for me to see in contrast, because obviously when I look at the Japanese scene, the stuff that is different about that, like their problems are different than our problems, and that makes them stick out more.
Yeah, I think that's understandable.
Yeah.
At the same time, of course, it doesn't invalidate, I don't think, any discussion. It's just more a case of like, it's always worth keeping it in mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really broad topic, but I think like discussion from a Western lens, viewing a different culture are very valid, but you always need to kind of like keep in mind that this is not the only lens that is possible. Like, that is like something that I was not sure. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Sorry.
I think it's important to just kind of keep the keep the awareness that you're looking at a culture through a wildly different lens.
Yeah.
And I think what's also hard when we do that, and when we kind of critique or talk about especially stuff like idols, where it's even a different language that's wildly inaccessible to people who don't speak it off the bat, is that like there are probably a lot of people having really nuanced conversations. There are a lot of like small underground idol type bands that are kind of challenging the negative parts of the culture, but it's hard for us to be able to see the wider scope of kind of the counter idol culture, just because you'd have to know where to look, and if you don't speak the language, then you can't even start looking. So like, for me, that what helped kind of inform me on that is just, I know queer idol fans in Japan, and they just kind of know what's up, and I know that that's a really lucky position for me to have, because otherwise I'd probably be equally like leaning back and being like, what is all this? Why is this happening?
Yeah. I think also it's really hard to look at just Japanese music in general without the shadow of K-pop by it. And like, you look at like Japanese idol bands compared to K-pop idol bands, and it's just
it's an entirely different industry. It's just an entirely different industry, I feel like. Like
it's music, so how different is it? Music is global to a degree, and I feel like you can compare. Like, that's the thing, right? From a Western perspective, it's hard to compare Japan to Western stuff, right? I mean, but like looking at K-pop and looking at J-pop side by side, I think is actually that's a fairly level perspective.
If you say J-pop and K-pop, yes. I think if you compare K-pop idols and J-pop idols, I don't think that's the same thing. Because I think there's a lot.
They're not the same thing. That's like, not what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, I'd say
they're point even.
Yeah, I'd say they're not. I'm not sure if you should compare them, because I think there's a very different idea behind J-pop idols. than behind K-pop
Yeah,
idols.
I think-
And I'm not.
Wait.
I do think that it's about consuming like the people
Dude.
as a whole, whereas like K-pop is just, and this is just coming from someone who's very, very outside K-pop. Like they're
Yeah,
just
same.
produced and produced and produced,
We-
and they're a polished
Now-
package.
I think someone said a while ago that comparing the Western music scene to the Japanese music scene is valid. And now I'm being told that
No, no, no,
literally
no, no.
K-pop and J-pop idols shouldn't be compared to each other.
No, no,
like,
no, no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no.
but
What I was
anything
saying.
can be compared to anything.
I mean, what I was saying is that that it's valid to look at Japanese Japanese issues from a Western lens. That's what I was saying. Just to be aware that that it is a Western lens. What I'm saying here is that it's hard to compare K-pop and J-pop because I feel like there's an entirely different goal behind J-pop idols than there is
that's-
behind K-pop idols. I think
Yeah,
that's saying
and
that's
comparing them lets you see the differences very clearly.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I think you
that's-
can compare their goals and like what
Yeah.
they're selling.
You can compare anything to anything.
like, all I'm saying.
It's such a silly thing to say. Like, you can't compare these two things. It's literally, you can't compare K-pop idols and J-pop idols. All you've literally done is change one letter. That's how similar those two things are.
I mean,
Like-
Well, I don't
all
think the
all I'm
industries are
saying-
similar. I think you can compare them in terms of their differences.
But that
Yeah.
is comparing. That is what
Right, right,
comparing
right.
is.
No,
but that's
and
not
that's
that's
fair.
not necessarily what I mean by you can't compare it. I mean, what I mean by you can't compare it is that the comparison doesn't really get what you were talking about, which is like that K-pop casts a shadow on J-pop, because I don't think that's the case. I think the two are different enough. That,
I think
K-pop
from
does
a
not
Western
cast a shadow on
perspective,
either.
it does.
No, I
I
think
think that's
from a
mostly due
Western
to the size of K-pop.
I mean, from
I
a
think
Western,
from a
like
Western
here in the West, as
perspective,
in,
yeah.
I mean, like here in the West, as in like K-pop here is more popular than J-pop. I can see that, but K-pop
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
idols,
and I think it's hard to look at J-pop and the J-pop scene without having K-pop as like,
okay.
Like
you
a
know, I feel like it
Like
yeah,
if
it
you're
kind
if
of
you're
looms
just coming
there.
at both from a completely unbiased angle, it's probably going. K-pop is going to look way more, professional and polished and mainstream.
Yeah.
Whereas
Are we-
J-pop
Yeah.
is going to come across as very like niche.
Ferris,
and
you just did a
quirky.
comparison.
Yeah, no, and that's fine, and I think I'm just trying to understand or like talk
Yeah.
out what you're getting at.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to
really
do.
quick
and
question.
You jumped on me.
Really,
No,
really
no,
quick,
no. It's just,
really quick question. Are we talking about
Go for it.
Are we talking about J-pop and K-pop, or are we talking about J-pop idols and K-pop idols right now?
I mean, that's kind of where I was going with it, because I feel like K-pop is just idols, right? When you really look at it, like I don't know, I know way more variety of Japanese artists than Korean artists.
I don't know enough about Korean artists to talk about that.
think-
Honestly, I think most.
it's
I think
because-
things you
I
hear-
think my knowledge is relatively similarly limited, which
I feel
yeah.
like a lot of like you hear more about K-pop idols than you hear about J-pop idols because of anime mainly.
I think
Because
a
don't know,
wider
maybe.
variety of like Japanese music gets like exported to us just because we're fucking weeaboos.
yeah, exactly.
Whereas
yeah.
Korea's like main musical export is K-pop, 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 and there's probably other
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. We just have no idea.
Yeah, and like I think I could probably name close to 10 K-pop groups. And I've just been racking my brain, and literally the only two K-pop solo artists I can name is Hyuna and Psy. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
as I said, though, I think-
K-pop really seems dominated by the group,
I
the
think
boy band, girl band.
that's a lot. As I said though, I think that's a lot of that is in the influence of anime really, because as I said, like I
Maybe.
couldn't tell you if it's otherwise or not until I live there and like see what people do there,
It is
listen
hard,
to there.
isn't it?
Like from looking at it from here is hard because like all we get here,
Okay, here's
especially as
my
people who aren't in the
perspective.
bubble, is just
Yeah.
K-pop idols, BTS, G-Friend, those kinds of things.
Okay,
Yeah,
here
yeah.
we go.
So
I'm
I guess my
Googling
perspective
Korean
is-
music charts, and we're going to see what's on. Oh, what? Okay, that doesn't even help me at all. So I Googled Korean
Top is
music charts.
Childish Gambino.
And the only thing that comes up on Billboard, the first thing, Billboard Korea K-pop. So they're just literally labeling everything K-pop here. Come on. Where's a
Wow.
Korean language
But
one
like,
that won't
from
help me at all
someone
'cause
who
I
isn't
can't read
super plugged
Korean.
into, I'm not super plugged into K-pop or J-pop, but I see a similar amount of both on my timeline. I see way more like, I see a way bigger variety of music coming from Japan, just on like my timeline from an outsider's perspective. I guess that's the limit of what I can say.
Yeah, I think it's I'd be interested into looking into a bit more K music because like I have a good friend who's been
We
sending
should-
me Korean music like for a while already, and like,
Yeah, I think we share that
non-idol
friend.
stuff. So, but that's also like not really pop and like not really mainstream music at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think we should get used to talking about K-pop because give it 10 years and that's like all
yeah,
that's going to be on the
absolutely.
radio.
I mean, it's
I stand
really,
by that.
really
I
big
think
right now.
I think that is becoming a huge cultural fucking juggernaut, and it's only going to keep chugging along. I think it like, I don't know. I just feel like it is inspiring something even in a generation of Western kids that Western music just can't really compete with to a degree.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think it's the showmanship of it. Well,
I think in a
the
lot of
dancing
ways,
and everything.
I think in a lot of ways, it's comparable to anime. Really, like anime has become such a cultural juggernaut as well over like the past 10 years. I think
Maybe.
I think that K-pop is about going to be in 10 years where anime is now. Maybe a bit.
Anime
maybe
wishes it was where K-pop is now. Holy shit! Like you cannot put a K-pop group into a fucking American fan vote without it dominating. Like
that is. I mean, that is a lot.
BTS are out here with like 300 million views on YouTube. Like I don't think anime is anywhere near as close to K-pop's relevance.
I think K-pop is like the size of the industry outside may be comparable to anime, but the mainstream appeal of K-pop is easier for people to stomach because, like you said before, like music is global and music can be universal, whereas
I guess that's
anime
true.
kind of brings in more of the cultural hang-ups and oh god, I can't even think of a better word to say this, but like the cultural memes of Japan.
Anime can kind of only exist within geek culture.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just.
I don't think anime will ever break out of geek culture.
I think it's just such an. It's so like.
It's a niche within a niche. And it might be huge, but
What's
It just
the
kind of
word?
feels like to me kind of feels like K-pop is in a similar position where it's still a very niche thing,
I
even
mean,
though like
how telling is that with how immersed you are in the anime culture and how not
mean,
immersed
yeah.
in K-pop and
I
you see them
mean-
as equal?
I mean, yeah, it's just that I don't like as I said, like there's a bunch of like K-pop things you get in mainstream media now. Like you'll hear K-pop on the radio from time, like very rarely, but you'll hear it, and like you'll see it on the TV from time to time, like very rarely, but you'll see it. And like for anime, it's similar. I mean, anime has been airing on TV for like years now, and it's still kind of
That's true.
growing. I mean, anime
guess.
is a very real thing to people, even if they don't necessarily partake in it. And I think K-pop is maybe not quite in that position just yet.
Not yet, but like I say, give it 10 years, and
I think
every
that's why
second song you hear on the radio.
That's
will
what
be
I mean
K-pop.
when I say.
I'm telling you that.
That's what I mean when I say, and K-pop is going to be in 10 years where anime is right now. I don't think anime is going to change from here on all that much. I don't think anime is ever going to be like fully mainstream or anything. K-pop, like,
I'm shaking my damn head. I think K-pop is where anime is now, and in 10 years, K-pop is going to be a global phenomenon that, like,
yeah, I don't think
anime
it's
can't even compare
quite there
to.
yet, but
I think K-pop's getting there. I'm also just like kind of as an Asian dude, I'm also like kind of leaning back in slight trepidation because you saw what happened when fucking Gangnam Style got popular in the West.
God.
Like it was part of the cultural zeitgeist and everyone knew it, but then like to a certain degree it kind of became weaponized against like Asians in outside of Asia.
True.
Because it's just like, oh no, here comes the racism train now. We're all going to be Psy to everyone for the next like 6 months until the next like K-pop band comes along.
I mean, really,
I don't
anime's.
feel like.
Really, anime was similar, right? I mean, I
a
haven't
little bit.
gotten any
Like,
of this, obviously, but
I've
I
definitely
think
gone
Gangnam
out
Style.
public and just like been wearing something slightly, attention grabbing, and just people jeer at me like, "Hey, Sailor Moon," and I'm like, "Go blow yourselves."
I think though I get that. I think I 100% get the stigma attached to Gangnam Style being big. But I think Gangnam Style being big isn't about K-pop or any of that. It's more along the lines of like a Despacito or What the Fox Says. It's like one of these like really international, global, just nuclear viral sensations.
Yeah, it was like a nuclear meme that very much played into like the weird Asia.
Yeah,
but no, I think it played into it played into exactly the same channel, the exact same groove that Despacito did, of of just being like it's international, right? It's not tied to English necessarily, which makes it just like completely global, and it's just it's memey to a degree. It's just memey enough, just catchy enough, just international enough that it just ticks every single boxes and just rides that billion view freight train.
Yeah,
I
definitely see
like
that.
What Does the Fox Say as well, which was like this really Scandinavian weird thing.
I think Gangnam Style and What Does the Fox Say were like very much playing into the same niche of simultaneously what the fuck and like
Yeah. And you know what? I'm actually going to throw this out there and say I think Party Rock Anthem maybe skirted the edge of that groove as well.
Wait, what?
There is a market. There is a market internationally every 2 or 3 years for these just fun, goofy mega songs.
yeah.
And I think what Gangnam Style achieved wasn't necessarily to do with K-pop, because I mean the growth of K-pop.
K-pop. Oh no. Hold on. We are funding this now. K-pop.
Yeah. Get every scientist in the
Let's do
world
it.
on K-pop.
I'm making a
K-pop
Kickstarter now. K-pop.
K-pop now and K-pop when Gangnam Style blew up you can't compare them. Like,
Oh
they're
no, that's
completely-
true. Like K-pop when
Yeah.
Gangnam Style blew up was like you wouldn't have heard the words like Big Bang or BTS on anyone's lips
Yeah.
outside of Korea, but now it's just like everyone knows at least BTS.
Do you think
Yeah,
do you
it's
think Gangnam Style's kind of played into this? Do you think like this where we are right now is partially Gangnam Style's?
I think it may be
Quote,
like
unquote, fault.
around the 10 to 20% acceleration. Like I think Gangnam Style probably pushed the train along.
I think it probably got enough people to Google Korean music.
Maybe. I think it definitely contributed. I don't think you can contribute all of Korean's K-pop's traction to Gangnam Style.
mean,
I think
I think-
K-pop's
I
traction
definitely
is
not.
just how it slunk out of Korea and got just this insanely dedicated fan base outside the
Yeah,
country.
that fan base is the engine. It wasn't Gangnam Style. It was
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
fan base.
that's the
That really-
90% to Gangnam Style's like 10 to 20%.
I think
Yeah.
I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah, that breakdown.
I have one more
Okay,
question
let-
though.
Okay,
Sorry. Would you
It's
like
fine.
to do the same thing as well? Baby metal. Would you say it's the same?
Yeah.
'Cause that is-
I think to a degree, yes. But again, I don't know if it. I think baby metal.
It's not quite the
is
level of
maybe
Gangnam Style.
more along the same lines as an LMFAO, where it's like a band with this really weird fun culture that people just want to fucking witness to a degree,
I think
rather than like a single song.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a single song. Like
Yeah,
I couldn't even name you like a lot of songs from baby metal just because I don't listen to them.
I can name a few.
I
Give me
can-
chocolate.
I can name
Maybe
you
it's
Metal Resistance.
BTS or like K-pop groups took off faster than like
Karate.
baby metal or kyari.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like again, baby metal and kyari are super niche in terms of Western sensibility, whereas BTS is just
I mean, to be
I think
fair,
baby
like,
metal's
if
really
you-
broken out of like
Yeah.
a J-pop circle, though.
Absolutely.
Baby metal
Oh,
yeah,
is big
that's-
in like
that's
genuine
definitely-
metal circles.
baby metals. I just heard about this earlier today, but baby metal is performing at Rock am Ring this year, and Rock am Ring is the biggest.
They've,
It is the biggest concert event in Germany every
I think
year.
they sold out Madison Square Garden as well.
holy
might
shit,
be,
way
yeah.
to go, baby metal.
Yeah,
I
they're-
mean, they've been big. They've been big since their second album. They've been
Yeah.
they've been just fucking crushing it for a
yeah,
while
like
now.
they were a really big topic in like metal circles, as far as I know. And that is,
Oh, yeah.
that is
Yeah,
really,
but
really
baby
cool.
metal has completely outgrown J-pop.
Yeah,
Like J-pop is in their rear view by like 50 fucking thousand miles.
yeah, which is really
So
cool.
proud
by
of
the way.
baby metal.
It is super
Absolutely.
cool. It is super cool. Yeah.
Let me check views really quick. How many views did I have? Because they must have a
By the way,
lot.
Baby Metal has a new song out like 2 weeks ago that's really, really good.
I didn't like
I haven't looked it up yet. I'm gonna look
I like
it up.
it. The video
Yay.
is so good. I love the video. The video is everything Bish wished they were.
Yeah. I like Bish a
shit.
lot better personally, but
One last thing, while we're talking about Asian music, one last thing. Have you, Ferris, have you seen Miyachi? Do you know of Miyachi? Okay, cool. I'm going to link you a song for you to check out after the podcast. But Miyachi is a pretty, I mean, okay, so his like hit song is just under 300,000 views right now. So he's pretty slept on. He is a New York-based Asian American rapper who pretty much exclusively raps in Japanese. Like his music videos have English subtitles.
Oh shit, that's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
But he brings like a proper Western edge to his music. Like he's definitely got like an American hip hop
it's
slant
not
on. Like it's not Japanese rap. That is
Yeah.
American rap from
Yeah,
an Asian American.
That's
it's
so
not really my
cool.
kind of music, but it's really cool. I really
It's really good.
It
It's
really
good.
is cool.
Yeah, I think he's going to be big. I honestly do.
Oh,
think he's
I'm
gonna be really
excited.
big.
Okay, I'm excited to check this out now.
Okay, I'm going to link you this song. You get excited about this, and I'm going to see if there's a topic me and Anna can talk about for like 3 minutes while you watch it.
Yes, do it,
Shit,
do
there's
it.
not. Shit, there's not.
Let's talk about Bish some more.
No, what's there to say? It was like, I like Bish a lot. Bish are really good.
That's very nice to hear from you.
I mean, I guess like that's something I can say is that like every time you link a Bish video, I click on it. I wouldn't call myself a fan of them, but like I'm interested to hear what their music they're making.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I can't wait for Ferris to watch this video. He's gonna fucking lose it. It's so good.
it's that one.
shit.
Yeah, it's good.
So good. I love the fucking attitude of it though.
Yeah.
I don't understand English. It's so good. God damn, bless him. And if you look, the one thing I think is really cool about that video is if you look at the comments, almost all of them are Japanese. Like I think
Really?
I think his majority of his fan base is Japanese, which I think is just so cool. I love that.
That is really cool.
Yeah, no, go to that video, Anna, and just scroll down through the comments. Like, I'm seeing
Yeah,
maybe
you're right.
1 English to every 5 Japanese. They love it. Ah, that makes me so happy. Yeah, okay. So we've got 2 fairly big topics left. They're not going to take anywhere near as much time as the idol thing. Also, we're going to go a
Yeah.
little longer than normal this week, just because there was no episode last week. Yeah, and of course we don't talk about last week's episode. We don't talk about episode 10.
We do not talk about episode 10.
Do not talk about
Never.
Jesus.
How good is it, Ferris?
Oh my god, I love the cut of this guy's jib. Holy shit.
He towards like the back third of the song, he drops like a full English verse that is just like, yes. Like he's talking about like making money so he can fucking bail on America and go back to Japan.
Oh my god, I love this.
But yeah, Ferris, did you hear what I was saying about if you look at the comments, like there's like 1 in 5 of his comments on that track are English. They're all
yep.
Japanese. Which is so cool. You're welcome, by the way. I just gave you a new artist to
Oh,
stan.
I know, I'm excited.
I think he's going to be big. I really do think he's going to be big.
Oh,
Maybe
I
not
need
like,
to,
you stupid
share,
big, but
share
like
this with everyone.
yeah. And like I say, that track's got 300,000 views, so I feel pretty fucking smart for being on the know on that one. I ain't sleeping on Miyachi.
Don't sleep on Miyachi, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have Ferris back.
Yeah.
Let's fucking talk about you, Ferris.
yeah.
So it's been a while since you've been on a podcast.
It's been I was thinking about it. I think it's been like almost a month, which is.
I think it's been a month.
Oh
I think
my
it's been 4 episodes,
God.
It might have been.
or 4
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about the big thing, right?
Yeah. I have
Okay,
now,
just go into it.
I've had now 3 shots with HRT. My
All
first
in the
little
ass?
bottle is gone. All in the ass. My nurse was like, you need to like alternate butt cheeks. And I'm like, you know what? Sounds good.
I want one really fucking just super ripped butt.
Just one half of the butt, super ripped. Just one half though, not the whole butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't like given myself an injection yet. I'm still like going to the clinic and getting help because I'm a scared baby and there's needles. But
dude, it's hard. It's hard.
So hard.
I like understand some of it myself, just taking blood tests.
Oh God. Yeah, the blood tests are bad.
Yeah.
But it's been good. I think the weirdest thing I noticed is like, I think my voice is coming along a little bit, but literally the one thing I notice is that I just run warmer now. Like I don't get cold as easily.
Oh, physically, I thought that was like like a euphemism.
No. I literally, I feel like my internal temperature is like ticked up. Like I don't wear my jackets as often. I'm just like, is it hot in here? To like,
Yeah.
all the time.
Get that lumberjack on.
And just, you know, completely not needing or not feeling cold as often because I used to always be cold. It's very weird.
It's kind of cool. That's one of those little things I think that's just kind of like it's one of those little things about HRT that's super validating.
Yeah.
Even though it's like super irrelevant.
It's like it means nothing to my presentation, but I feel like I have a superpower now.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I've never heard about this. I've never heard about HRT people doing this.
I'm nowhere near as read up on
oh yeah,
transmasculine HRT.
Well,
Yeah.
like it's even I didn't see anyone mention it, though. I'm sure if I like Googled specifically, like, did you start feeling warmer, like after HRT, I'd find it. But like, you know, it's not one of those things that you see listed on a Wikipedia article or like an infographic about testosterone.
Yeah.
It's all like, you know, your sex drive will go up, which did happen.
I think we can, yeah. That's not surprising, to be fair.
Yeah. I know that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, oh shit, it's true.
Was that a welcome change, or because that was something I was really glad to get rid of, to be perfectly honest. It's just a chore more than anything else.
No, it was kind of like something I didn't expect. Like I just assumed it wouldn't happen to me, but then I was like, oh no, it's I'm at work and holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Oh my god.
like it's one of those things where it's like, yay, it's working, but also like this is a little inconvenient.
Yeah, you're going through boy puberty now.
I am.
So
Have fun.
yeah, oh god, yeah.
Way better than the other puberty.
I mean, there's trade-offs.
Yeah.
There's definitely trade-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. No. I think there's definitely. Honestly, there's definitely an easier side to be on for puberty. I think, just from like a pain perspective.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But yeah, God, the horniness. Oh my God, I'm just thinking back to it when I was like 14. It was just like it's out of control, like, yeah. Oof,
Oh,
so good
I know.
luck.
I'll just literally just be like typing something, and then my brain will think of like anime titties, and then it's just like, oh nope, there it goes. I am slightly distracted for the next 3 hours. Hope you didn't need anything from me.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so cool because that is it. That is exact. You are describing like male sexuality to a T.
I know. It's like it's crazy how much you notice a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, oh shit, again.
Yeah.
So like I definitely understand when people are just like, guys just think about sex. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
The chemicals make it happen.
It's not their fault. It's like, literally, T has like one fucking purpose, and it's like hunt and then fuck. That's like the two things that T is like programming people to do.
I know, it's like make you fight, make you horny, and make you hairy, and that's it. This is why women are so much better socially adjusted. Like, I mean, obviously there's like this big socialization component, just to put a big woke asterisk on my remark. But yeah, you just feel it. You can't help it. Holy shit! Why is it? Why? My voice also cracks when I go to like karaoke with people now, and it's really funny.
Are you losing your high notes?
Yeah, I just start squeaking. I'm like, ah, and it's not even embarrassing.
Yes, that's amazing.
That is really cool.
Oh my god, you're literally like a 14-year-old boy now.
I know. It's great.
Which is so funny because I spent most of my early months of estrogen just fucking crying in bed for no reason.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So they call it second puberty for a fucking reason.
Yeah,
They
you're just
really
going to.
do.
Hormones make you lose your mind. Like. It's so welcome, but then you also realize like your body chemistry is technically getting slightly thrown out of whack, and you feel a little crazy until it adjusts.
It really does. One thing that HRT made me so aware of is just how much our like entire fucking mind and perspective and existence is governed by these chemicals.
Oh yeah.
It really, I mean, like, it's something that you kind of know on paper, right? But it's something that's so hard to fucking get an understanding of until those chemicals start to change very quickly. And like, oh my god, like you kind of do feel like you can feel these changes happening to like the way you fucking think and feel. And I think for the vast majority of people, they're obviously welcome changes, you know. And super validating as well, because you know you start hormones for a reason, right?
Right. But it's also just like, oh my god, like gender is a construct because you can flip the switch like so easily.
Yeah.
It's
but
just
like,
crazy.
Like early HRT hormonal Brooke was like, literally if one thing happened at work that pissed me off, that's literally all I could think about for the whole fucking day.
Oh no.
Like oh my god, like yeah, my fucking emotions went out of control for like 2 months. Yeah,
that's something that I have already though. God, that's something I have already. How is it gonna do when I'm on HOG? What the hell?
I mean, I used to pretty regularly cry before hormones, so
okay. I don't really at all.
Yeah.
Look, weirdly enough. So
yeah,
I don't know.
God, like all it would take is like the right music in a movie, and fuck me, I used to cry.
If it's anime,
anytime
I'll
I get into an
cry.
argument, I would cry.
If it's anime, I'll fucking cry. But I don't know. But arguments are something not. But they're things that like make me really anxious. That's it.
I think I'm going the opposite direction. Like, I used to be. I mean, I'm still probably am a crier if you get me into the right mood. But now, like, if something happens at work, it's not I'm gonna freak out and cry. It's I'm gonna think about how much I want to hit a punching bag for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just like, why don't I have access to a punching bag? I could just go for hitting something.
Fight me.
Fight
me. Fuck me. Fight me. Fuck me. It's testosterone 101.
That's all that is. Oh my god.
I can't wait for more. I can't wait for more tea updates, by the way, because it's so interesting to me.
It's really fascinating, yeah. I mean, for me, it's really weird because like I'm an ace person, like especially with sex drive and all. I just don't really
you're pretty
have
ace.
that. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not.
If I do
I'm
say
not.
so.
Yeah, I'm not like 100% on the ace spectrum in terms of like 100% ace, but like
okay, is that not a slang term in Germany? Calling someone ace?
Sorry.
Okay, so okay, never mind. Ace means that like you're pretty top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I didn't know this. I didn't know this. No.
Oh, that's ace. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Oh, wow.
This is not something we say in Germany. I'm sorry.
Okay, well...
I think it migrated to the US from Britain.
I think maybe. It's one way around or the other for sure. But yeah, sorry, Yannis. My dumb joke derailed you completely.
So these kinds of things are really, really fascinating to me because like for some like I don't feel like I've ever had a lot of this. Like obviously the physical changes and like during puberty, like my voice deepening and all, and like more hair, and especially like those I've had, of course, but like the mental changes, I don't see them for myself for some reason. Which I guess just means like it doesn't really have that it just doesn't have the same.
I mean, it comes back to kind of what we mentioned in the Inside Mari episode. Is like I asked you that question, like, do you think you ever identified as a male? And you were the only one out of the four of us who said no, which I think completely makes sense for your identity.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's. I mean, I confuse myself a lot, so.
Yeah, well, who doesn't? But yeah. Confusion is the most valid fucking thing on the planet, I swear to God.
Oh yeah, it is, absolutely.
Do you think you would ever like go on hormones? Is that something you've considered?
I'm very much considering it, yeah. I mean, it's I mean, I do generally, like if I were to ask myself where I'm closer in terms of how I identify, it's probably closer to feminine than the masculine.
Well, yeah, for sure. So
like for that, I'd probably think about it. I've not come to a conclusion yet though. Like once I start working and all, I'll probably just start visiting like a therapist or something and like talk to them about it. They'll hopefully be able to help me with decisions.
Yeah. I mean, even if you like, there's so many ways for you to be like androgynous and like non-binary on hormones. Yeah, I think in a way, it's like that's the thing. Hormones don't take you all the way, sadly. You know, they kind of leave you somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of make the rest of the distance up yourself with hard work and in many cases surgeries and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know, if you started taking estrogen, now you're a trans woman. That's not how it works at all.
Oh yeah, I know. And like the question like where do I want to change and what do I want to change about myself is just one that I have to kind of consider because that's not something I'm really confident about yet at all. I'll just have to see what
something
life
that's
brings.
like fair, especially with like hormones, because when you pull the trigger, it's just like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's all coded into your DNA. Like it's all there, but you can't see that shit.
I know. You're like, I don't know. You're just throwing darts and praying.
It's like you're throwing a homing missile. You're shooting a homing missile, and you have no idea where it's locked onto.
Yep.
Like that missile has been targeted its fucking location ever since you were born, but you have no idea where it's gonna go.
Yep, you're like, I don't have a map. It's fine. Just push the button and see where it ends up.
Because that's the thing about DNA is like both the male and the female genetic information is stored there. Like, you know, breast size is coded into you know typically male DNA. You know, and once you start going on hormones, that code kicks in, and that determines how big your boobies get.
Hey, that's a part of the that's a part of the code I'm actually scared of.
Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about that.
That's really fair, though.
I guess.
But
yeah,
I mean,
it's totally fair. But there's
side,
surgeries for it. So
yeah, like top surgery is. I don't know how it works in Europe necessarily, but in terms of just like how your body handles it, it's really like quick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a bunch of probably at least take like 2 more years until I start hormones anyway, if I want to, if I decide to. Just because of German regulations and all. So
Germany's actually kind of funny enough. It's one.
It's apparent. It's labeled.
It's a progressive country, but it's I guess
it's labeled as one of the best countries to live in as a trans person, but also it's a hell to transition in.
It's one of the best places to live as a trans person. One of the worst places to transition.
God exactly. Because like we have like the regulations here are basically like if you want to have it paid for by an insurance, which the insurance will pay for you completely. But you have to talk to a therapist for a year about it.
Which is
I mean, there's a possibility to get it without it, but you need a doctor who does it, and they're extremely, extremely rare.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of the opposite of the UK, where it's really actually quite easy to transition in the UK. like I got my hormones over a private clinic online. I literally had a 30-minute phone call with a therapist, and then I paid like 250 quid, and I started getting hormones every month for £30 a month. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
pretty quickly. Like it was like 4 months total.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally somewhat fine with this, because personally I don't need them right now. I don't feel like I'll die if I don't get hormones now. But there's people who need them really badly. There's people who go through really rough stuff because they don't have them. And that's always the kind of stuff that worries me about the system. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what can you do? Well, I guess you can do things, but
you can take them hormones, take them titty skittles.
Titty skittles.
What do trans boys call testosterone? Like, because I have so many great names for estrogen.
I've heard beard juice.
Beard juice?
I've heard beard juice. I know.
Oh, I like that.
I think that's the
never heard any of these.
Big one I've heard.
Okay, I hear beard juice. I trade you Feminems. Here's one we can share. Antihistamines.
Oh, I like that one. Oh shit, that's a good one.
Oh my god.
I'm really endeared by titty skittles.
I'm a big fan of Feminems.
Feminems, yeah.
Feminems is really good.
Because that's kind of like a really iconic part of the trans feminine HRT is the blue pills.
Oh.
Yeah. It's so I don't know if I've mentioned this. I'm just gonna say anyway. Who fucking cares?
Say it.
It's really ironic that female hormones for HRT is pills to stop men going bald, to stop middle-aged cis men going bald, and patches to help middle-aged cis women go through menopause. It's literally we are taking medicine that was designed to keep cis people's bodies from falling apart to grant ourselves eternal youth.
That's amazing. I love it. That's just great.
And they're literally the pills. I'm almost certain the pills are blue, because it's focus tested to be the most masculine color for self-conscious balding dudes.
Oh my god! Wow.
I'm 100% certain of that. I will not be convinced otherwise. That is why they are blue.
That is some hilarious fragile masculinity right there.
There is nothing in any. I've had like 5 different finasteride packaging, like different pharmaceutical companies, like, you know, and each of them come with like information leaflets. I haven't seen a single one of them mention hormone replacement therapy.
It's just
wow.
They're there. You're still a man.
Yeah.
Here's
the
your
estrogen
hair
patch. Yeah, the estrogen patches do, but they don't want to put that in the packaging for cis dudes. Like, oh my god, if they knew that.
I'm gonna have to look at what's in my like vial because like in the U.S. testosterone
Liquid rage
is considered a controlled substance because so many meat-headed cis dudes went and ruined it for everyone by buying and doping.
Hey, to be fair, cis women do as well in bodybuilding circles.
Oh, they do? Okay, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest. But
cis women will take testosterone in bodybuilding.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the cis people were at it again and ruined it for everyone. But I need to check what it says in my little information packet there, because it just comes in like this bottle that's like the size of my little toe.
Liquid beef.
But it's just liquid beef. And
hey kid, you want to get buff?
It's literally that Powerade
Put me in your
commercial,
ass.
the fake commercial they did like on YouTube in the early whenevers.
Put me in a knife and stab me in your ass. Let's go.
I'm
gonna make you buff, kid. You want to be a man? You want to be a man? Then stab me into your fucking.
I know. It's just like.
Oh my god.
I will make you bleed, but in return, I will make you beefy.
I don't know how much I bleed when I do it because it's on my butt.
Probably not much.
Probably not much. It's like a little prick.
Is it a fat needle or a thin needle?
It's a thin needle right now, but like if the bigger your dose gets, the bigger your needle needs to get because it's like an oil. So you're literally.
I mean, that's just
like,
typical masculinity. It's always with the phallus. It's always with.
Just gotta be thicker, man. Gotta be bigger. Gotta be thicker.
Gotta squirt that beef juice.
You need a big weapon for the beef juice. I'm keeping that one, by the way. Beef juice is good.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the final topic I've got written down here.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
I went on a date.
Yay! Yeah, I
Woo.
saw your photos. They were really good. How did it
Thank
go?
you.
Tell us everything.
Really, it was really okay. So I can't tell you everything. Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I fucked up really bad. I made such a bad decision, guys. Just like, you know, like pre-date chatting with this girl, it came up that I do a podcast.
Uh-oh.
And she got really excited about this. She listens to a lot of podcasts. She thinks it's super cool that I do a podcast. So I'm just like, yeah, playing into it. Like, yeah, I do a podcast. You know, we record every Sunday and we upload every week. And, you know, we've got like a few hundred listeners. And she asked me, like, what's the name of the podcast? And I just didn't want to let her down.
Oh.
I really liked her and I wanted to see the deal. So I told her the name of the podcast. And then it very quickly dawned on me just how bad of an idea that was, because not only is this like the nerdiest shit in the world, but also it's directly tied to my Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So she did mention on the date that she hadn't got around to listening to the podcast yet. So I don't know how long I can stay off the hook for. We have arranged the second date. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
At least there's that.
So yeah, I can't go into too much detail just because like she might listen. But it went really well. She was lovely. The date was amazing. Had a really nice time. I think we really connected. Like we literally talked and drank for like 4 hours. Just talked and talked and talked.
Oh,
That was so
good.
nice to hear.
Yeah. I would say it's the best first date I've ever been on.
Yay!
Yeah. Although the competition's not great there, let's be honest. I've never... since high school, I haven't been on a second date. I've been on quite a few first dates, but never a second date. So... and that was, like, my decision as well. So, yeah. No, it's good. Hopefully it keeps going. Hopefully it keeps moving forward. I guess I'm really pessimistic when it comes to dating. But it seems like it will, so... Yeah, I'll keep it posted.
Yay! I'm so glad. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
especially after how, like, it really wasn't long ago at all. I think it was like 2 podcasts ago that I was talking about how fucking lonely and fucking unlucky I am on Tinder, and then like 2 weeks later, I had an incredible day off Tinder. So I'm gonna say that was the podcast audience sending me their spirit energy.
Yes. It's like,
It's a dating
Yeah.
Genki Dharma.
Okay, cool. Can we dig up an impromptu topic? Because I would love to get another 10 minutes in here.
do it.
Well, come on then. Topic.
I thought you had something.
No, I don't. That's it. I've literally
shit.
crossed every topic off the list.
Shit. Oh, now I'm on the spot. Fuck.
Yeah. You too, Anna. You can't just be quiet. Come on. Topic. Let's check the news. Let's just be the least fucking professional prepared podcast ever.
I know. I'm just
going on
like,
Twitter.
I'm scrolling. I see a meme. I see me being mad again. Oh, wait, that's because I'm on my timeline.
Yeah, you're literally tweeting. There's a tweet of you. You're angry on the TL 43 seconds ago.
40? Oh. Yep, there it is. 43 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We should talk about that, though. That's huge.
Oh,
kind of
God.
a bummer to end the podcast on, though.
I
Do we want to do that? Because I feel like there's that, and obviously there's a huge fucking elephant in the room that maybe... I don't even know if it needs talking about. But do we want to talk about a real topic, or should we try and find like a fluff thing to end the podcast on?
I think it might be easier to end it on a happy note instead of me screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then. There's some just, yeah, it's not been a good week.
It's been a long week, friends.
Yeah. Come on, any news? Any news? How are you guys? It's like, how the fuck are you?
How the fuck are you, friends?
Pretty okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, okay's good. Okay's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, like, I'm waiting.
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm waiting to be able to work now, so it's all there is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for some documents, I guess. So
yeah.
I go to
So
work
that job is lined up. It's just kind of
the
a
job
slow
is basically.
process now.
I'm basically guaranteed the job. They would have given me a contract already if I had that documents, but I have to wait like a bunch of months until that document arrives, and then I get to work at the airport in Frankfurt.
Cool. So is that because of your Japanese?
Yes, it is because
that's really cool. So you're going to be working in like a Japanese terminal?
Oh no, that's not what I mean. Sorry. The document I need is from Japan. That's what I mean. Sorry. But I guess.
Okay, but the job isn't.
Yeah,
I was wondering because when you said
the job isn't
the document
directly
from Japan,
Japanese related, but I might very well have to speak Japanese to people.
Cool.
If I get Japanese clients, it all depends. Just like who the client.
I mean, being German, English, and Japanese bilingual is like that's a pretty good. That puts you in a really good spot for like some for airport work, I think. Because English is is a common denominator when it comes to languages.
But Brooke, that's 3 languages.
Trilingual.
That's trilingual.
No. It's actually not. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same as bisexual. I mean,
I've had people ask me in how many languages I'm bilingual, so it's not the worst ever.
Okay. No, I'm sitting you both down. Are you sat down? Because I'm writing on the chalkboard now.
It'll be hard to recall.
Bilingual is exactly the same as bisexual. It means one or more.
I don't think that's how it works.
There's some knowledge, and that actually goes right back to the history of bisexuality, of the term. But yeah, Jackie says talk about how bilinguity is hot. Yeah, it is pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm so into that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you speak how many languages? Tell me again.
I love telling people about how many languages I speak. It's so much fun.
How many languages do you speak? I know the 3. Is there a 4th?
I speak 3 fluently. I know I can understand some French, and I started to learn Chinese Mandarin at some point. Cool. But my Mandarin is god awful. I don't know anything anymore, and my French is just like basic stuff. The most basic.
Yeah, you can forget the French.
So it's 3 languages.
I got 100 years of history with France.
I think everyone in Europe has a history with France.
That's so true. That's the one thing I didn't realize. Like growing up, like the whole like France versus England thing is like huge, right? Mm-hmm. And then I realized, like, once I started playing games in Europe with like a bunch of Europeans, it's like everyone in Europe hates the French. And now I kind of feel bad for them because I thought it was just us, and it felt okay when it was like a mutual thing.
Brooke, I live at the French-German border. It's really strong here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I apologize. I apologize to the editors if my noisy ass dog is picking up on the mic. I apologize.
I don't hear the dog.
I don't hear
it. It won't be picked up by Discord because Discord has a noise gate, but
I want to hear the dog.
Is really sensitive.
I know. I want to hear the dog.
Oh, you don't. She's been an ass. She's being an ass. She's howling in a kennel.
Oh no, puppy.
No, don't. No, she is being a nuisance.
Now
she's still.
I heard.
Yeah, she's still. She's still very much like, oh, I got put back in my cage, but where you mean I don't get any more cuddles? Okay, well we're gonna make some noise about this.
Oh no.
It's still that very like bratish puppyish phase. So there's no patience for it.
That's fair. I have the brattiest dog on the planet. She's such a little jackass. God.
I want a pet really badly, but both my parents, well, my mother just is allergic to
Yeah.
most animals. So.
I want a pet as well. I hate this dog is garbage. It's Dad's dog. And I'm not a huge fan. It's like, so we've always had Springer Spaniels. This is the 4th Springer Spaniel my dad's had. It's the 3rd one that's been shit.
Oh no.
We literally had one decent Springer Spaniel. Yeah, I want a Labrador. Can't go wrong with Labradors.
They're cute.
They're so good. I want to make it really fat as well because I like fat Labradors.
A poor dog. No.
I just want a cat. Everyone else in my family
love cats.
allergic. I can't.
I
Have
love
a cat.
cats so much. I want a cat.
Are you allergic to cats?
Me? I'm not.
I used
but
to be.
Everyone in
I
my
was about
family
to say that would be one of the biggest tragedy in recorded history is if you of all people were allergic to cats.
I
Yeah.
am not, but like my mom is, my dad is, my brother's. Like you touch, you like if he's in the same room with a cat, his face just starts exploding.
Oh.
My
Shut up, dog.
family just.
I'm gonna go fight this dog in a second.
Oh,
Swear
go-
to God, I'm gonna
go- the dog
get in
will
that
put you in
cage
the
with
pit.
her and give her a piece of. I'll show her we do things on these streets.
Welcome to the TCC Fight Club.
Frog versus her tiny shitty dog. Oh, that's funny.
We still need a
Okay.
fight club. We still need a fight club about Kyoani. I'm ready to go.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That'll be so much fun.
That'd
I
be
will
Yeah,
so
we
much
should
fun.
we should definitely we should stop talking about that and arrange it at some point. I think
I think
for
so.
sure. Just like there's at least 5 other things that we need to stop talking about and just start arranging with the podcast, like the fucking, like oh my god, like the Patreon, like the fucking like guests. What else?
guests
Like
were-
like emails, like question, like doing a QA segment.
Oh
and
yeah.
taking
Yeah.
email like questions.
Really,
That was
really
something
quick.
that. Yeah.
Sorry. I want to give a really quick shout out to Alicia, who we actually wanted to have guest today, but she couldn't make it.
Oh, she has an
because,
exam tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she has an exam tomorrow. So good luck, Alicia. And
Yes. Good luck, Alicia.
Good luck.
we'll talk
It's gonna
about
be-
we'll talk about Bish on the podcast another time. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, if Leisha's on, we could have like a proper idol discussion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, today was already pretty long though.
I mean, yeah, it was. I think, honestly, Alicia is one of the voices I actually respect the most when it comes to idols because she is very fair.
I super
about me?
respect all of Alicia's idol tweets. Super duper. super
Yeah.
duper.
Plus, she's all about boosting like the trans idol group and other like more like counterculture idol groups. Who are
Yeah.
really pushing the whole genre forward, which I think is like.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that,
really
that is how I am going to make peace with idols.
yeah, it's really cool to hear about
Mikey
those.
Sally.
Kind of idols. It's just something that I just don't know much about yet because I'm so new to idols really. Like I've heard about them for years, but like this is the first time I've genuinely engaged with idols a lot. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay, let's start wrapping it up. That was a good beefy 2-hour podcast.
We did it.
Yeah.
We're good.
It's like, oh, it's like, yeah, we did it. We put 3 queers in a room and somehow they managed to talk for 2 hours. Like, okay. So, you know what time it is.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is that time.
Yeah, I love catching, even though I caught myself out, I haven't got anything prepared. I stopped like preparing stuff like after 5 weeks, I think.
I've never started doing that.
Yeah.
I think I had it like the first time or maybe the second time, and after that it's just like I don't fucking know.
I just go with whatever comes to mind at first. That's why I always lose.
Go for the win today, Anna. Actually, do a good one for once.
Do it.
I don't
do it.
have
do it.
one.
Okay, well, you're out of luck because Anna, what is trans culture this week? Come on. I'm gonna start doing the countdown music.
Fuck you.
Dun,
I-
dun, 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 dun.
Trans culture this week is leaving everything on the floor and just listening to Bish all day.
Okay. Ferris, what's trans culture this week?
Trans culture is dressing super fucking extra to do super fucking mundane things like go to the movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Trans culture is... Oh, no, okay, I'm not going to do that.
Do it. Do it.
Fuck.
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to my high heels one. Trans culture is being like 6 foot tall and wearing high heels anyway, because fuck it.
Hell yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's something any of us can relate to, but I know for a fact that it's trans culture.
I can't relate
It
to
is.
it, but I acknowledge that it is because heels are fierce.
Yeah, they are. I knew I knew a trans girl who was like 6'4" and would just find the biggest heels she could find.
Good.
It's like, oh my god,
Extremely good.
It's
Full
assert
on,
queer
like-
dominance.
Yeah. It's like you're reaching like the 7'10" Zaya model. Like at that point, just like yes, just like pick people up and take them home.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like Ferris's.
I like Ferris's as well.
Yay!
Yeah.
I would vote for Brooke, but I want to win. Well, I'd still win, so I vote for Brooke, but then I win. Yes!
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's a wrap. I just made myself hungry. Okay, I really need to go to bed. So yeah, that's another episode of this podcast. We'll be back next week, probably, with maybe the book club. I don't know.
I think it is next week. It should be next week, right? This is episode
Maybe
11,
it
so
could be
should
this week. It could be this week.
Can't be
I
really
wouldn't
bad.
know. Would you know if it was this week?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
We're so good at this.
Here we are. And remember, we don't talk about episode 10.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Okay. See you guys.